Hello, and welcome to the history you never saw coming. I'm Anne Lafferty, and I'll be reading from my book, Let All Who Read This Book Be Warned. In previous discussions, we have determined that the earth and the universe surrounding it, deep in antiquity, was subject to terrible cataclysms, eventually leaving the earth a frozen, dead ball and lifeless. If a God rules the universe, why should such a tragedy happen? Well, if I knew the answer to that, I wouldn't be doing videos on YouTube. It could have been simply natural causes. The earth is not a safe place to live, considering its ride through the universe around the sun and the various comet or planet collisions or close flybys that may occur. It could be some kind of mismanagement from the rulership of those worlds that brought them down. In fact, there is an answer to one perplexing question that we can find if we examine the destruction scenario. That is a question of evil. According to scriptural references, at one time Lucifer was God of this world. He was appointed to this position by the Creator God. Unfortunately, his rulership and consequently the universe fell into corruption. How the corruption occurred and what was the nature of it, I can't say. And now we can approach the question of evil. Is this a profound question, or could it be rather simple? First of all, most evidence supports the position that spirit beings and their realm are real. If you don't think this is so, I can't convince you here. But I think from well-known exorcism activity and other supernatural, read poorly understood natural activity, there is evidence for spiritual lives. Beings like God and Satan are extremely unlike anything any of us have encountered, so their power might be beyond our conception. The scripture reads, there was war in heaven. The war was over the rulership of Lucifer and his failure to remain in the position he was assigned. When he decided upon his own rulership, the universe fell into corruption due to possibly mismanagement. Later in our reading, we will see how this probably occurred. Jesus said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. In other words, his rulership was stripped from him and he was removed from his original position. Could the question of evil be addressed by the possibility of war for the incredible rulership of the universe? Could the answer be jealousy? We shall see. When the dust settled from that appalling cataclysm or tohu laid waste, there existed a system of whirling dead planets along with the earth, which the Creator God at a specific date recreated with his own designs, decided to occupy it with specific humans and give them rulership over it. At that point began the slow but inexorable transfer of all the atmosphere, oceans, and seeds of innumerable plants on the formerly living planet Mars to the Earth, and that's from ash block become enlightened. When was that specific date? Rosh Hashanah. The celebration of Rosh Hashanah occurs in September. The Talmud, and this is quotes R. Shemuel ben Yitzhak, as noting that the prayer recited on Rosh Hashanah contained the words, this is the day which is the beginning of your creation. Why does this date matter? The date has specific relevance for the end of times as well, which we will discuss later, knowing the end from the beginning. The recreation of Earth decision was not a surprise to the Elohim community. Yes, God had a community, a heavenly one, and the Quran says that some of them were jealous of the Earth project. This attitude was to have serious consequences. According to some of the early church fathers, the 7 days or ages of creation are a subtle prophetic timetable of the present world's existence and its finish. Barnabas relates, the meaning of this is that in 6,000 years the Creator will bring all things to an end, for with him 1 day is as 1,000 years. Irenaeus wrote, for in as many days as the world was made, in so many thousand days will it be concluded. It is evident, therefore, that they will come to an end in 6,000 years. Lactantius finished it off in this wise, since God, having finished his works, rested on the 7th day and blessed it at the end of the 6,000 years, all wickedness will be abolished from the earth, and the righteous reign for 1,000 years. The church fathers considered God to be determining the time of the end, right from the starting block. We'll talk more about this on Wednesday. And remember, never lose your ambition to think.